Hello and welcome everyone on my YouTube channel. Today, in this podcast, we have a very special guest with us, a working lady named Ankita Raj. She is working in JEDS, the multinational company of consultancy and technology. She is their business technology associate. And in this podcast, we'll be trying to know from her journey into that company and how is she doing in that company. And some more details about her, like she has graduated from IIT Durgapur in the year 2022, and after that she has been working in JEDS. So once again, I welcome you, Ankita ma'am, here on my YouTube channel.
Thank you, Nasir. It's good to see you.
And yes, before going further and asking you so many questions, the question that people have regarding JEDS and regarding how you cracked those exams along with the graduation from the civil engineering department. So before that, please give a quick introduction about yourself, like the place you come from and things before joining college.
Itself. So, yes, my name is Ankita, and I'm a 2022 BTech pass out from NIT Durgapur from Department of Civil Engineering. And right now, as Nasir said, I'm working in ZS Associate as a business technology associate in Pune. So, I think that's all. We can continue other parts meanwhile in the podcast itself.
Yes, all right. So now with the first question, like how your life at JEDS and the work you are doing, and what are the skills you are currently using for the work at as a business technology associate?
So my life is yes is like after graduating and then suddenly getting into transition into corporate. Obviously, the transition was something new for me. If we talk about the technologies that I'm currently using, mostly we are using the skill sets like Excel, Tableau, visualization tools, Power BI, and SQL. So more or less the work revolves around in all these technologies and the tools. And if you talk about the things that we have been doing in ZS, uh, starting, it has been like a steep learning growth curve. Like each day they push you to do something new, something different from what you have not yet done. And being from a civil engineering background, obviously things are new for me. But slowly, I'm getting the hold of it, and yes, it's going good.
And what are the timings? Like how many days you have to do the work in a week, and who are the major clients of JEDS?
So timings are like we have 5 days a week as it's for every corporate companies. And if we talk about clients, we have the major clients of ZS like BMS, AbbVie, Gillette, and there are many more.
Thank you for answering this question. Then now going to the next question, like uh, when did you started preparing for JEDS? You were in the college, and maybe you started right in the last year or before last year or in the third year or anything before.
Okay. So I remember starting preparing for ZS, like not that exam preparation or stuff. ZS came as campus beats in our college. So campus beats is it's like what can I say? It's a business case study round that usually it conducts for third year students at the end of like it came across. I think I was in my sixth semester. March or April 2021. Okay. So here what happens that there is you have to make a group of your friends and then they give you a case study round where you have to present the case study in like you have to tell them the solutions and stuff. So it was like वैसे भी सिविल में उस समय कोई कंपनीज नहीं आ रही थी इंटर्न्स के लिए so we didn't know any interns so yes came as for that case study round so we participated in that and the case study was like really good for 2 days Literally, we spent a lot of time, our group spent a lot of time in that case study round. We discussed, we came up with new solutions. We got means many new things that we came to know across, like ऐसे भी चीजें देखी जाती है या ऐसे भी करते हैं. So at that point, I liked the case study and everything which was going on. तो उसके बाद I think ZSK, and we were selected also. Like there was top 150 teams, so we were selected in top 150 teams. In the I don't remember the name. It is Campus Beats, ZS Campus Beats. So we were selected in that. And then after that, I had a keen interest in such type of companies, consulting stuff. So after that, I think in the final year, I started preparing about ZS and relatively related companies where they ask you such case studies and quizzes and all these things. So it started, I think, in the final year only.
Okay, like you said, means in your third year or at the last of your third year, you were introduced
Yeah,
with the workings of JEDS and some campus.
yeah, ZS
And
Campus Beats.
yes,
Yeah.
they came for just introduction and some case studies round. So you participated in that along with your group. So what happened after that? Like means where are your group members and what happened after means further rounds after that?
Nasir, the ZS Campus Beats was, I think, this year also many people got selected through PPO, right? And I think that is through ZS Campus Beats only. Like once you are selected in the top 150 teams, they give you an opportunity to participate in the job interview. So there you have to go by the series of tests that generally happens. Like normally जो तुम्हारे जॉब इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन फाइनल ईयर में रहता है वही चीज दे allow you to if you're in the top 150 teams they will allow you to sit in that and you can appear for the test and then if you are means if you pass that test you can sit for the interview. So I think at that point we were not much prepared, we were not much aware also like what is going on. Matlab, we were selected and then we were like let's give it a try. So at that moment bas haste khelte aise hi we gave the test and I think we were 4 or 5 of us and no one got selected in that. So it was at that moment we got a hinge of what happens or what kind of test or the competition is all about. And speaking of my friends, yes, 4 of us were there. 2 of us are in ZS, and I think other are in Deloitte. Yes, and other 2 friends are in Deloitte.
Yes, this is great. Like means almost your group got selected there in JEDS or any other consultancy means somehow they means somewhere they are selected. Like
Yeah.
I was asking the different rounds after your that group round. After that, what were the rounds? Like the technical round that you said, like business round, business case studies round, then technical round, and what were the other interview round? What were those rounds? Because the one who will be sitting for the this year or in future year, they will be having lots of doubts regarding this.
So I think if you go through the ZS campus beats, I'm not sure what is happening right now. Like at our time, if you qualify for ZS campus beats and if you're in the top 150 teams, you will get a chance to appear in the exam. And that exam is followed by a small business case study round where there will be like very simple questions related to small case studies or related to some situations based in which they will ask you profit loss, ये सब के कुछ questions, which is followed by apti, reasoning, and I think after that you have a video interview round where they will give you a small topic in which you need to speak for 1 minute or so, and you have to like speak whatever you feel about that. And after that, that is like the first, I think it could be said the first tick off round that happens. And if you're like selected in that, that is again followed by technical rounds. And the technical rounds again include the first critical technical round is again they will give you a 8 to 10 pages case study They will give you some time, 1 hour or something. They will tell you to find the solutions of all those questions. And then one of the interviewer will sit with you and he will walk you out through. You have to explain him how you came to that conclusion, how you do why did you thought of like this, what were your solutions, what were your calculations and logic. And if the interviewer is impressed, you can move on to the next rounds. I think after next round we have, after business case study, there is a behavior fit round where they will by like you will be questioned by HRs also. And after that you will be also questioned by a person of ZS itself, means someone who is at a higher position. And then they will ask you various questions about quizzes, guest estimate, your means whatever happens in HR, and some sort of technical sets.
Yes, means these are the complete process. Thank you for answering this. So about the quizzes and guest estimates you told. So what are the sources from where you can ace up those things?
So if I am to like specify in a general platform for all the consultancy companies, then for quizzes you should follow Geeks for Geeks. GFG is a very good site. It has like there are 60 to 100, in between 60, 80, 100 quizzes, and if you're thorough with that, I think you can crack any consultancy interview. Like they will just ask you just a replica of all those quizzes. So GFG, just go through, even if you don't get much time, just what I used to do personally, I used to just 15 minutes every day. I used to open up two quizzes. I used to look into the solution. I used to see if I could solve it. If I could solve it, then I used to just voice record my way of approach. Like quizzes are, they will not ask you to come up to answer. They will just ask you what is your approach. What did you thought of doing it? How did you got to the back calculation of it? So I used to just record my audio in that, like this is what I thought. And quizzes, I think 40 to 50 questions of GFG is more than enough. You will be great to go. And then when it comes to guest estimates, guest estimate is again one thing in which they don't focus on the answer, they will focus on your approach. And so I used to watch a lot of video for guest estimate because it's a very new thing for us. When even if you will means achanak they will tell you to estimate the population, they will tell you to estimate something, and it's something for me, मेरे को लगता था ये क्या है, it's very absurd, it sounded to me. But then if you just watch 3 to 4 videos of YouTube, they will show you the approach वो लोग कैसे कर रहे हैं, and then just pick up 10 to 20 questions, just solve one, like even if you solve 10 questions now, it's more than enough. Just take up one question, take a sheet of paper, just estimate what, no need to come to a great answer, just estimate how you're like, suppose if they're asking you like how many people eat ice cream in winter, that's just a guess estimate question, just for example. So just take down a sheet of paper, jot down the population, whatever the important points are, and just practice it by yourself. I think for guest estimate you don't need to follow any specific book, or just go for a few YouTube videos and that's it. And when it comes to practicing business case study is something you need to know before you're sitting for ZS or any other specific consultancy companies. You should be well prepared for that because the questions are a bit tricky. And if you have not heard of it before, it gets difficult. So for me, I used to practice. I don't remember. I had practiced from two books. I can let you know the name of the books after this podcast. You can write it, or you can link it in the channel. So, what I used to do, like every day, I used to sit with my friends only because obviously prepping for final year jobs and everything gets a bit demotivating after some time because you have so many things on your plate. So we were 3 or 4 friends who used to just sit there. We used to we used to take up a business case study, and we used to just discuss कि हाँ ये ऐसा मैं ये सोच सकते हैं, ऐसा ये कर सकते हैं. So it was a just open up discussion, and that indeed helps you a lot because one of the technical round, which is of like 1 hour or something, that is a business case study round. So that is something you should be thorough with. And when it comes to the apti and reasoning, which are the first rounds of ZS, so in that you need to be a bit one step grade up from the normal apti that they ask, because some questions that they ask are a bit tricky. They means it's bit tough also. You might not have heard like in most of the companies. So that is something which you should be like prepared for. You should keep practicing apti. And for apti, I think I used to follow telegram groups. Like there are lots of telegram group where they have many apti questions and stuff. They keep on putting up screenshots and they keep on asking questions. You could just take 10 to 15 apti and just try to solve it on your own. So I think that will be more than enough for the prep.
Right. Thank you for sharing these special tips. And I will
Yes.
be adding your LinkedIn link in the profile in the description also. So whoever having some other specific doubt, then they can directly go to you and
Sure.
ask their doubts on the link. And now
Yes.
I would like to ask you about the broad courses that people should be equipped with before sitting for consultancy companies or in general companies which are around consultancy. Broad areas, broad skills, broad courses people should be equipped with.
Courses, I would not recommend any such, because I personally didn't like went for any specific courses. We already have a huge course for our respective departments, so we don't need to burden ourselves with many courses. But I think two important things which I thought, like when I sat for consultancy companies, where something which is means different from other type of companies is you need to be thorough with some quizzes, and you need to be thorough with guest estimates. Like they will means they will not ask you very tough guest estimates or quizzes, but they will give you some, means you should have an idea of it, like how the mm, simple questions you should have if you, even if you cannot come to the answer, you must be much sure that the process that you're following in that is well good. You have a good logic behind it. And I think that is two things that I have, like when I sat for my campus placements, I quizzes and guest estimates, this will almost be there in every consultancy company which you will be sitting for, apart from aptitude, reasoning, and whatever the common things which is common in all the exams.
Yes, thank you for sharing this self perspective or the different courses, because you said it right. We have already a lot of stuff in our academic courses, so there is no
Yeah,
need to take extra courses. But
yeah.
those things like we quizzes and the estimate guess estimates
Guest
things,
estimates, yeah.
those things we have to keep in mind. And
Yes.
any special tips, especially for those who will be preparing for JDS, only special tips like the ethical or the behavioral things to be means behavioral things and other things when we will be talking with the recruiters and interacting with them.
I think when it comes to specific tips, one of the most important thing is that you should be confident in yourself. Like you should know what you are putting before the interviewer. You should be aware कि हाँ मैं ये सब बोलने वाली हूँ, and I should know the background of it. Because what happens generally when the interviewer comes up, he will come up with some HR new questions, like something which you haven't like been asked before, and you have to try it and you have to make it from your end key what you want to present before him. So you should be clear with that. Like if you're not clear, maybe the even the person who is in front of you, he will also start doubting your skills. So being confident, and one thing else is like being presentable. Like you should be able to means showcase what you have done in this 4 years if he comes up with a question. Because since you are not applying in civil, you're applying in consultancy, then they do not expect much of technical background in civil, but they expect you know something outside of that environment. You know other things what you have done in this 4 years, so that you can also showcase them ki, yes, I have done this, I can do more better in this. So I think that is most important.
Yes, being confident is really very important. Now,
Yeah.
coming back to another question, like how has been your transition to studying for the civil engineering and finally going to core means consultancy company, and how you managed doing that in the college, and some motivation for the ones who are actually means who want to have such transition in life because they have the department that they are not interested in. So some motivation for them.
So I think after 4 years, the fun, the memories, what leaves behind is what you have earned in this 4 years, right? Everyone will question yourself कि तुमने क्या किया 4 साल में. So you should have an answer to that, and to have an answer to that, I think the people who are means if you have like if you want to pursue higher studies, if you want to pursue gate, or if you want to apply in companies, then that requires a bit of more hard work than your departmental stuff, isn't it? So I don't know. Most of us start preparing by final year only. No one is that serious. Into 3 years, we are like juggling with our departments, our courses, and much more things. So I think just 4 to 5 months of some extra hard work, some extra awareness about other things and what you want to go for, that helps a lot. Like for me, it was like first, obviously, the department is first important because that is the course that you have applied for. You need to first graduate first, then you all jobs and stuff. So first complete your stuff. That is like in seventh and eighth semester, mostly we don't have a very huge syllabus to cover out. You can manage it. So it was first obviously attending the classes and everything, completing those things in time. You don't get much that it's just the project and all that you have to be focused on. And I personally enjoyed doing the projects that in civil. I like the projects. So I used to complete my project, and then whatever time I got, that was, I think, more than enough for appearing and sitting for consultancy jobs. Like I didn't follow a very specific courses or anything such, but I used to watch some whenever I got a time, like 1 घंटा मिल गया 2 घंटा मिल गया तो कुछ देख लो, कुछ syllabus wise, job wise कुछ prepare कर लो, आपकी आधा घंटा practice कर लो. I think that's more than enough.
Right, means whatever department we are in, we have to be just academically aware for the just 3 years, and in the last year we have to put on some extra efforts, and that will be enough.
Yeah, yeah. I think मतलब if you're clear कि what you want to do, like suppose बहुत लोगों को होता है they don't want a job, they want to go for higher studies. So accordingly, obviously, you have to prep for that.
Yes. So next thing I would like to ask you is what would you like to say about the undergraduate students who will be just sitting for placements, and any kind of motivation for them, like because you have seen the market, you have seen the job scenario also. So what do
Mhm.
you want to say about the ocean of opportunities in the market?
I think for the undergraduates, I'm from NIT Durgapur, so NIT Durgapur comes up with varieties of options if you want to appear for job. It's all how you are prepped for it. I think with some simple steps of preparation, with simple awareness stuff, or simple practice, I think it's more than enough that we can crack our exams. We can get a very good placements apart from obviously not having the BT of not enjoying the college in your final year. That is most important. And after that, just think ahead what will be coming ahead after the 4 years. So if you get a perception for that, I think it will be like easy peasy cake for everyone.
Like you are in the market and you have seen jobs requirements, and the different applicants, the huge number of applicants who are applying for the job. So is it really very scary there, or there are enough jobs for the skilled ones?
I think if you have the right skills, if you have the right interest, and especially if the companies are coming to your college, that obviously is a very big plus point because you don't have to be scattered, right? When you are like when you are outside the market, when you are applying for like in a bigger you can say a bigger population, the competition is too much, but when it's in the inside the college, the company is coming for you. So I think you should not miss that opportunity. They will give you enough time. The they will give you everything basically you need. You just need to sit in the exam. You need to prepare for that, crack it, and I think you will be good with that. If competition comes, I'm pretty much sure, like if you're preparing for it, if you know what you want to do, if you have that required skill set, obviously the company is for you only.
Right. Now I have a very kind of question related to the recent AI, ChatGPT, and the different algorithms in the recent days. So, what do you
Mhm.
think? How they means how are they going to affect, and how are they going to affect your role as well as the different roles in the market?
So right now, I think with technology coming, being so advanced and so many new things coming up on the market, obviously you have to keep evolving yourself, right? You cannot be stuck in a place like if you're learning Excel, then आप 4 साल तक Excel ही कर रहे हो या आप एक ही skill set पे, that won't help you. Obviously, it's a competitive market and it's good. It's pushing you more than your limit, more than your boundaries. Obviously, it will have some hard effects on us also, but it all depends. Like if you are interested, you can evolve how the technologies, you can go along with the technology and evolving. Be prepared for the texts that are coming up, be prepared with learning new softwares, new applications that will help you to, like, for better striving in this AI GPT chat worlds. So I think just getting means just going one step higher will help you a lot, not just sticking at one place and stumbling there.
Yes, right. It means we have to keep on upskilling ourselves. Only then we'll
Yeah,
be able to remain in the market.
yeah,
Right.
that is really important.
Last but not the least, what
Yes.
what is your plan for future? Settling here
uh
or anything new venture, anything like that?
Again, Nasir, I am very new to this world. It's just been a year. So there's lots of exploration that needs, lots of new things coming up, lots of growth. So right now my plan is to like settle, to sink down in what I am, like to upskill my things, like to power the things that right now I'm doing. I'm still very new to many uh, not many, but most of the things that's happening all around me. So right now I plan to like achieve all those things. I get better in all those things, and I'm pretty much sure upskilling myself is one of the most important thing that I am looking now for. And after that, let's see how it goes.
Right. So now we are at the end. Thank you so very much, Didi, for joining this podcast and sharing your views and experiences. It was very wonderful.
Thank you so much, Nasir. I think I am talking to NITDGP peeps after a very long time. And I think you civil people have all the struggles, they have all the ways to find out their solutions. So I'm pretty much sure civil people are great in managing things, for putting up their priorities and achieving great heights. So all the best to your batch, and you guys keep rising, keep slaying. All
Yes,
I hope
thank you.
for.
Thank you very much, Didi.
Yes.
All the very best to
Uh,
you as well
Thank you so much,
for
Nasir.
all the future endeavors and your current life.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Same to you. Let's meet sometime soon after you guys
Yes.
get graduated and then you are in your new jobs and all those white ties and collars. So that will be really good.
Right. So those days are approaching for us.
Yes, yes, the days are coming. Every person has their own day. I won't say every dog has this own day, but yeah, every we all have to some way come on that platform after some or the other time.
Right. So thank
Mm,
you everyone for watching this podcast. Uh, If you like this video, then do comment, like, and subscribe to the channel and share with your friends also. Thank you again for watching this video. Have a good day.
Thank you.